If you're a filmmaker, you've probably heard of the term cinematic or film look. This is basically an attempt to make your videos look like what you see in the movies. And if you're an old-fashioned person like myself, you probably struggle to get that juicy, grainy image we used to get in the good old days of analog film. So recently I came across this very cool plugin called Dehancer Film Emulation, which helps you achieve that look with integrated tools that you can use in the color tab along with your color grading process. So in this video, I'm gonna review Dehancer and its features, and give you my honest opinion about it. So let's get right into it. So I've already got a graded video in my timeline, and let's take a look at it. So first of all, I must say that this is not a tutorial, so I'll assume you have some basic knowledge of Resolve and the color tab. Okay, so after you install Dehancer, it should appear right here on your effects tab. It's recommended that you use it at the end of your grading chain, after your white balance, color wheels, curve, etc. But you can add some specific nodes after Dehancer, such as sharpen filters. So I'm gonna drag and drop Dehancer into my node tree, like this. Let's connect it. Okay, so at a first glance you can see it has a very simple process. We've got some specific effects down here, but first you have some basic color grading options such as exposure, tinting, and saturation. And you can also add your color space here, which is very nice too. So the first actual hands-on film property we've got here is Film Developer. Now this is interesting. When you're working with analog film, you have to actually develop a film with a sort of developing recipe. You have to use a few chemicals and stuff. So this property allows us to create our own development recipe, if you will. So this will be the base for the other things we're gonna mess around with. Here we've got film compression, which is also a very interesting feature. So usually on analog film, the clipping of the highlights occurs much later than on a digital camera. So with this feature, we can adjust the redistribution of the highlights in the video. This is something cool to mess around with. So here we have the expand tool, which provides a separate manual control for the black and white points in relation to the output color space. Now this must be used carefully and with a close look at the scopes, so you don't get your image clipping. Down here we've got a few more features for the general look of the film. They're definitely worth checking out, but let's go straight to the fun stuff. So here we've got the famous film grain. Now this is probably the main difference between analog film and digital images. A digital image is made of pixels, while analog is made of chemical grains. So this brings a lot of texture to the image, and this property allows you to emulate this texture. So here we can choose from a variety of film sizes and ISOs, and we can also customize our grain style. Now Resolve actually already has a built-in effect that emulates film grain, which is very impressive actually. You can achieve really fun looks with that. And here we have halation, which is a sort of a film emotion effect that produces halos around bright light sources. So let's take a look at it. This is a very subtle effect, and Resolve also has a built-in halation effect, which is very effective, so if you want this specific effect, Resolve's would work completely fine. Down here we've also got a blooming effect, which emulates an effect of light dispersion on the boundaries of contrasting image areas. So here's how it looks with and without the effect. And here we've got film damage, which is one of my favorite features that comes with Resolve as well. So one thing that distinguishes analog film from digital is the presence of imperfections, such as dust, hair, scratches. That can happen from a variety of things, from dirty lenses to development issues, but it gives us sort of an organic look to the image, which I myself find really beautiful. So here we've got all of those options to enable or not, tweak and adjust, and do pretty much whatever you want. Apart from those things, we have a few more features here. We have film breath, which you can use to emulate the accidental change in exposure, contrast, and color that happen from frame to frame. We've got even the gate weave, which is the mechanical swinging of a film stripe while it's being pulled through a frame window in a film camera or projector. So let's make a quick comparison here. Let's take a look at the footage with and without Dehancer's features. So to sum up, Dehancer has got a plethora of really cool features that you can experiment with, play around and tweak to achieve that juicy film look you desire. So now about the pros and cons. The pros are that Dehancer has got all of these features in one single plugin, and you don't have to use them all. You can enable or disable each effect as you see fit. It's simple to use, and it does give you an excellent quality looking image. The con is the price. The lifetime purchase is too expensive for effects that you could technically already use in the color tab or even in the edit page of Resolve. It actually costs even more than Resolve itself, so that's a bit of a bummer. On the other hand, you can purchase individual effects at a lower price if you don't want to use them all. Plus, all of the effects have an optional 3, 6, or 1 year subscription period if you don't want it for life. So if you're using Resolve just for fun, for yourself, or for general editing, you'll be fine with the built-in resources of the software. Now, if you're a professional filmmaker, colorist, and you have some extra bucks to spare, then by all means, go ahead and get Dehancer. You can really achieve great things with this tool. And if you want to, I've got the promo code DIAS for any sort of purchase of Dehancer on the website, which will be linked on the description of this video. So that's all for today. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and if you want to learn more about DaVinci Resolve, make sure to check out this video showing on your screen right now, and I'll see you there.